She's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can.
So I think it's really sad that mainstream media has kind of created this narrative that like any kind of romance is inherently anti-feminist. And all the love in the world to Rachel Ziegler, and frankly anyone who's played a Disney princess. I know those roles come with a ton of baggage, but I personally cannot wait for this super reductive kind of like girl boss feminism to just die out. I see it a lot in relation to these like live action Disney princess movies because the conversation immediately becomes about like, oh, well, she's not going to be rescued by a man. She's not giving up her voice for a man. She's going to be a leader. And again, not only is that super reductive to the actual plots of these stories, but it's also very flattening from a character perspective. My biggest issue though is how frequently it's lobbied at like young female characters. Because I don't know about you, but when I was a young hormonal teenage girl, I was very frequently accused of being boy crazy. And those conversations always felt unbelievably condescending and belittling, which was a lot considering as a teenage girl, no one took anything I said seriously already. But the truth is, from a developmental standpoint, it is vitally important for young people to start establishing deep human connections outside of their family unit in adolescence. That's like a quintessential part about growing up and developing empathy and understanding how relationships work. It is a huge part of establishing independence for an adolescent. It is a major developmental step. When it comes to young women specifically, developing romantic feelings and connections is almost exclusively painted as a bad thing, which is in stark contrast to the way specifically film and TV and societally we approach the same thing with young boys. There are countless films and TV shows where it is a specific plot point that a young teenage boy is trying to lose his virginity. Not only is it not presented as shameful for boys, in fact, quite the opposite. They are often shamed for not having had sex yet, which is a problem in and of itself, but that's for a different video. But a lot of times, their romantic and sexual development is presented in the form of character growth and a very positive thing. Like, I understand that for a long time, most of the roles offered to women in mainstream media were reduced to underdeveloped love interest, and that sucks. But young girls are eventually going to develop romantic feelings. They're going to have sex someday. The first time they fall in love is going to feel like some of the biggest emotions they've ever felt in their life. And continuing to tell them that that is frivolous and unimportant and shameful, like, isn't helping anything. Yes, we should absolutely ensure that the female characters we're presenting on screen, especially to younger audiences, are not a one-dimensional love interest, not defined by the person that they love. But we also have to stop telling young girls that love is unimportant and they're silly if they feel like it is.